you know, it takes a parser, and parsers always have, parser combinator functions always have the signature. You know, they take a string and they give you something back, some result back. And you know, my combinator, it takes one of those functions and returns a new function. And that's why the very first thing I have in my function body here is this closure. I return a closure, I return a new function. It's a higher order function. And in this function, you know, I take a string and I just, you know, throw away the opening parentheses, throw away the closing parentheses, and then I return the result of the actual parser that I applied in the middle. We make this public now. So, and let's get back to the function call. Either we have an identifier or we have some expression wrapped inside parentheses. And if we have this identifier, you know, that's great. I don't mind having identifier. We can just use the expression for ident. Which, no, that's cool. Expression, ident, and ident in here. Boom. And other than that, you know, we have the input as well that we need to return. And in here, however, we do not, we can't fail here. Make no sense. So actually it would make even more sense the other way around, really. And you know, we just input and func here. Right. And this works. Now this works. It's not ready yet because what we need is func to the box. And now we can actually parse function calls, which is super exciting. And we know in our expression parser, that's the first step. We have like options, and that's the first option that we have. You apply this, and the next option we have is to parse bool. And I think it's going to be ever so slightly easier to parse the bools because we already have the literals for that, right? So it's we have keyword false, and we do not care about this this return value, sorry, but we expression we have it like this. This is a bit convoluted. I'm honestly thinking you could do this much better. I actually want you to know that this can be done much nicer. I'm fairly confident. Look, what is going on here is not pretty. No. Hoo-hoo. What is going on here? What is going on here? Because I don't actually understand it. I don't yet understand what is going on here. And see, this is apparently not working either. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. No. Okay, I actually do understand what's going on here now. And that is that I have deleted a lot of what I need. I have deleted my function body of the function above. Not so smart. Much better. Yeah, I have no idea what's going on here. No idea. What's going on even here? Oh, this is not optional. It's this one. No. How is it called? It's a non. Oh, alt. It's called alt. I have it now. I have used the wrong parser, so if we want to have the option to use one or one parser of the ones we have, we don't use option, because the option just means no, this parser may or may not succeed. We don't. We are fine with both, but we want to try it at least. And what really want is to have alt. And now it works. Much better. You know, parsing null, that's so easy. That's literally so easy. We see it here already, right? That's, you know, I'm just gonna throw this in here. For good measure. I'm gonna up them a bit, because otherwise the function call would, you know, parse a literal, and then, you know, it would always override bool at the moment. I have way too much fun with this. Identifiers. Now this is going to become really cool. Yeah. And it's, of course, we need the function call to be tested before we get to identifiers, because otherwise we would test this identifier and then, you know, this is what we remain with. But then, yeah, right. We already know the drill. It's with idents. We map ident, the parse. So, you know, we have the ident, and we want this to be like this. Yeah. Okay, now we have all these expressions down. There was, oh my, there was quite a bit, wasn't it? Statements, nevertheless. Statements should be. I'm fairly confident it will be ever so slightly easier, really. Because we have everything down now. Right? Let's just check out our keywords. I also want the let keyword to be here. And what I other than that want is the equal keyword, or, you know, it's, I would call it a sign. It's just like, you know, let the first parser is just, you know, preceded. The first part is like we are taking the keyword, parse this, and the second part of it is like expression, parse ws on the input. It's like our first parser. No, I'm just writing this down not as an own function, but as a variable that holds disclosure. And you know, our other parser will be just the let parser, which is just, you know, there's also some returning, some preceding. Let we have this, and then, you know, it's a bit more complicated. It is ever so slightly a bit more complicated because now we have like I'm considering doing this. Yeah, you know what I'm doing an own function. It's more it's cleaner if I don't write that all that narrow. Parse let. So yes, gonna get us a statement and also this, by the way, we want to map this to statement and expression, statement of return. Now parsing let is of course a bit easier. We have the keyword already down. We're parsing the identifier. The keyword for assignment, and we can directly use our expression parser. And that's that. We have now the alternative to use either the return parser or the parse let one. There was a bug. I told you there will be bugs, but I didn't thought I'd get myself into a bug like that. Okay, that's really it. The last thing we need to do is, you know, a function body. There are several items that can occur and be here. So a function body is just a vector, you know. Some body item, I call it. And the body item is again an enum. And it's like that. Yeah. Now let's implement the parser for that. We have seen the alt parser already. We will use it again. We just take expression.parse and put this into body item. The result we map it to body item expression, just like that. The same thing really for statement. Just like that. Just like that. This is how we parse body items. Now, you know, we have items now in between, right? And that's the many zero parser. We can have still empty function bodies, but we also can have as many items in there as we want. So what we have is many zero for body item dot parse, and then the white space compliant parser we want. I'm gonna just, you know, rename this for clarity's sake and consistency's sake, and that's that. Then, right, I almost forgot that one. I want these all to be debuggable. You know, I want them to be displayable. I think that's fun. Oh no, that was an accident. Here. Just like this, more than 100 lines of code. I hope that wasn't too wide, and I hope it wasn't too long so far. But now that we have all of this, let's see if it works. I am actually a bit anxious. There was a lot of code, it's a lot of tests, and testing this can take hours. You know, at least I'd write proper tests then. So let's see if that works. We run it and no, it doesn't work at all. Let's see if I can find it very quickly. I don't. So many things you do not like actually. So let's go into keywords. And first, you know, make it a bit nicer. Cargo run. I think we got quite far, really. Oh my, we got until this point, and that's I think that's super cool. Wow. I am ever so slightly really proud, actually. So let's just get into the keywords and see what's wrong. Maybe I will see it on the instant. There is the assign keyword that I think is supposed to be called now. And it actually does get called, I'd wager. So the easiest thing is the way we've written it, it's okay. We can just anyway, after this, you know, I've told you about cut. There's no recovering from this. Let's see if that makes a difference. Not really much. I will just put a breakpoint in here, and what I'm going to do is that I debug this now. And I am surprised. I don't think I understand what just happened. Alright, we do not reach this line, of course. I should have known. We do not reach this line. So we do not reach this line? I thought we would. Because this is just the identifier. Okay. Let's see what our input is. Our input is Uh-huh. I don't think it is that. Oh, right here. We can see it like this. It's apparently it's that. All of that. I don't reckon that makes a lot of sense that this should happen. Alright, at least 8. Oh, no, I know. So it's just trying. It's just trying. So what I'm going to do now is put all of this in comments so our parser ignores it. And I'm gonna rerun this, right? And I'm gonna even ignore the breakpoint. I'm gonna see what happens, what works and what doesn't work. I think we should just really first start with something that's that makes a bit sense. Oh, I've lost it, I can tell you. So that's something. Well, actually, and this looks messy, doesn't it? But it's, you know, this is just how the AST does look. I reckon no one said it's beautiful, but I don't think it has to be beautiful. Also, we do not have the kind of option to get a beautiful IST. Yeah, but the thing is, our LED parser apparently isn't working. Here, it's something with this one. So if we take these out, I am curious to see if everything works. And oh my, everything works! Down to, you know, returning our true value. Everything else works. I am motivated. We can and we will do this. Woohoo! So, and of course, now the easiest part is the required part is, you know, we need to write tests. No way around that. Let it be. No, please. Use super. We're going to use these super items. And what else? So we have that little test. I suppose it will even fail. It didn't fail? Are you kidding me? I can do more. What? How is this possible? Why is this not failing? I'm ignoring something. And in utils I have some really weird code I'm not needing. I don't get it. I really thought this is the problem. I don't get it. Sorry. I just don't understand. I will stop recording here. For now, this is long enough. Hi. I was able to actually resolve the bug. I first refactored my code a bit to have a bit more clarity in there, and you will see it got dark in the meantime, which happens quite fast. It's winter here. The bug was stupid. I wrote tons of tests, which was not stupid. Always write tons of tests. You will see my tests, they aren't amazingly perfect, right? But I'm always checking that no input remains. And I'm guessing everything in between will be somewhat okay. You can always make your tests better. But having tests is something, you know, I was stressing about not having tests. However, I told you already, the bug, it was stupid. It was amazingly dumb. It was joy to resolve it. Okay, see, in the body item, right? When we parsed let x, what would happen is that, oh, it's so dumb. But I knew this was going to happen, so I'm a bit excited. I ran into this before actually with other projects. It's so dumb. It would first apply the statement, so the expression parser will be applied first, and it would see, oh, let L, E, T, and then, you know, a space to terminate it. That's an identifier. All the fuck, it's so obvious, like, it's an identifier. I don't even need to look this up. I'm 100% confident this is an identifier. This is some variable named let, right? Oh, I have seen that one before. And, you know, after that, you know, we've written let x, and we thought let, man, that's an identifier. It was just stick with x after that. It just doesn't make sense anymore. The remaining stuff without this preceding let, it just doesn't work. So what the fix was, the quick fix was to first try these statements, because the same could have happened with return actually. Ultimately that would be sad. So, but it's okay, right? I mean, this is one thing. This is a great example on why my kind of testing with, you know, just test that all the input was consumed might fail. But that's okay for now. I just have joy with this bug. It was resolved by testing if it's a let statement first. And just from time to time, you will want to keep that in mind. Simply for performance reasons, what you will also do is, if you see an identifier that's a keyword, you want to throw that away. You want to actively say, no, I will not take that. Good sir, thank you. Good day. That is not an identifier. That is a let symbol. How dare you? But we just happily take it at the moment, which is wrong. And that's okay, I guess. But we should really have a check in our identifier parser to not accept keywords. And I have made some projects like this before for fun. I told you already, it's fun. And in all of them, I've made it better. Not this one so far. Okay, have a great day. It was nice. Leave a comment, really. It means a lot to me. And it will motivate me to keep this going. And for today, goodbye. It's getting dark anyway.